Y'all have been asking me a million questions, and you want me to make this review possible. And today, we'll be reviewing the Vuela Boeing 777 aircraft right behind us. Of course, the first thing you notice is this airplane is extremely massive. That's right, Vuela's 777 is much taller than any other airplane. Now, it is much bigger as well, because judging from this, it is replicated as a real life 777. Of course, Vuela does have only one version, it's a 777-300ER, but in terms of other airplanes, there's a 200ER, but it takes a billion years to get it done, so I'll give you 300ER as a start. Now, the only option in the engine is General Electric GE90-115B. That's actually common. This is actually a similar spiral design on the CFM LEAP. Of course, with a mesh airplane, you cannot touch normally, so let's go and look at the size of the 777. That is monstrous. This airplane is big. Now let's go inside the cabin. Now this airplane is only supported by future lighting. I had to set everything with future, but the cabin design is really high ceiling as well. Now, fortunately, this 777 can really squeeze up with a lot of people. So this is right here for most likely from many airlines. You can put this in economy. This over here could be another round of economy, or you can have a partially premium economy for business at the same time. And of course, you do have a business class / first class cabin area here. It's pretty big. And of course, the front 777 doesn't have a really let's be real, the design of the 777 doesn't look as pleasing as I ever thought it would be, because let's be real, the 777 is one of Vuela's first wide bodies and it didn't really do well with the cabin. And I mean, this looks not as good as I ever anticipated, so literally, I thought a Vuela, where I mean, you have a 3500 robot 777, and this thing is supposed to be immaculate, but it looks really messed up, so you have to really get the cabin. Of course, the opposite here, the cabin, the cockpit, looks similar. It doesn't look like something as average, but it looks nice. So, let's start with firing up the 777. 777 has around multiple systems, so I'm going to do test all things. It does have the interactive switches, but the thing is, this airplane has a lot of issues with the interactive switches being not staff setup. So it's always having that as well. Of course, to make sure it looks nice, it does have a live cockpit instruments and gear switches. So what I'm going to do is PTU on, nav beacon. Now because the sound wasn't on, because this airplane does not have the sounds, I actually have a sound pack for the 777. It's in Vuela servers, so if you want DM me, I'll provide you sound packs. Let's start with loading up the 777ER, all the noises, and let's test the flying capabilities of this monster. I call it the monster is because this airplane is so massive, and also it uses the same kit as other 777s in the fleet, other Vuela's planes, including the Dreamliner. The Dreamliner uses the old kit, but the Dreamliner has less of an issue compared to the 777. And of course, this big size of this, hard to zoom out. You need to go around like 300 to get it nice and good. And also, the engine start may take some time. So, yeah, I mean, look at this. It looks not as bad as you think, right? The aircraft design looks pretty nice. It looks kind of good as well to match up with the other qualities and things. But yeah, the 777 is really big. That like it is just the largest airliner that we ever reviewed. Like it's so massive. Also, it takes it just doesn't take as long as the engine to start on a big guy. Problem is with the Dreamliner, it takes more than 5 to 10 minutes for that thing to load out, and it's because the airplane's parts really affected the startup. But like, Vuela should make a script that could have the engine start up a lot quickly and doesn't affect the aircraft controls. So I'm gonna see what the controls manipulate this big monster. Reversers, just gonna go up. Nice to go down. Pretty good. Rudder. Ailerons doing normal, but it actually, because Vuela's plane have an aileron issue where like usually the plane doesn't really give you the best aileron count. It's like the middle aileron between the two of the flaps kind of like doesn't work as well. So the 777 kind of does pretty nice. Taxi's pretty good. It's like pretty good. The modeling on the 777, the exterior looks amazing, but the interior doesn't look pretty good, except the cockpit. The cockpit is nice. They did rectify the issue on the 777 the 787, which is a lot better model, but this one doesn't look the best in terms of interior modeling, but it needs a heavy renovation. Of course, it does have a nice back galley as well for airlines who really need to use it. And yeah, the 777 does look pretty good. Alright, let's just taxi the airplane quickly at 50 knots, and then once we do, we're just gonna start departing out to take off, and then I'll show you guys the power of the 777, which doesn't have any audio because I actually uploaded G90 audios, but the problem is that during the time when I upload the scripts, this airplane doesn't really have doesn't have any information on sounds. They don't even have a spool of audio information. That's really annoyed. Going 50 knots of taxiing, so we're going to slow down a little bit for 32. Let's take off. A little bumpy? A little bumpy. It's not too shabby. Another bump. Okay. Yeah, because this airplane requires the same technology as the other airplanes. You have to use a blast pad to work it out. Let's see how the plane goes. The 777 is increasing speed. Now let's see how it goes. 120, 130, 40. I usually have my plane signal at either 150 or 165. Here, oh, it does have gear tilt. And it is a much bigger airplane, so climbing may be a little small effective problem. But overall, it doesn't look as bad as I thought. Climbing does have some options. Gear tilt. I'm gonna put the gear up, and it should be deploying. What the? It's not increasing the gear. There you go. You have to press E multiple times. It's really annoying. It does. Let's see. Does the 777 have wing flex? It does. Okay. It does have a bit of flex. It does have a bit of wing flex on it, but it's not as flexible as the 787. Okay. It's not as flexible as the other airplanes. So yeah. Let's just take a little small tour around it, and then we're just gonna descend and land it. See how it. There's no flat inboard mechanisms. I'm just annoyed. This looks nice in the brightness, but yeah. Alright, let's start getting the plane turned around and start landing. It does have a cockpit view as well, and also because the yoke does work as well. Nice, and the PFD does work. But the only thing that works is the PFD and the artificial horizon, so don't expect anything more than those two. And you're down. 777 deploys its landing gear. I need to see the landing gear deployment. It looks okay. Looks nice. The tilted landing gear make it look a little nice. Let's land the airplane. There's a hill there because I tested my pilot's a little bit of skill and control foolery, but yes. There's a bit of a hill here. Doesn't matter. We can fly and see how the 777 reacts to the picture. Look at that beautiful airplane coming in. Vertical set rate is not too bad. It's kind of going pretty good. So, of course, because I've set the hill there because I did some experiments with this airplane multiple times. Yeah. Look at that. That is a beautiful 777. Cool. Alright, now we're going to go down and get the plane to the approach line. Of course, the wing flex does increase as well when you decrease the altitude. Around 400 feet, so I'm going to set a little bit of a positive upright. Because we're going to try to land the airplane as smooth as possible. It's actually because I've flown Vuela 787 for Bamboo, so it's pretty good. See how the landing goes? And I mean, it's probably just going to land nicely, right? Doesn't matter anyway, so let's see how the landing goes. 50, look at that. 40, there we go. 30, oh, yeah, I actually could take up 20, aim, 10. Nice. Gears did touch down nicely. Then my do is hit the nose down and then power idle, and there we go. The plane's braking doesn't have much because it'll slow down really quickly, but yeah, in terms of that, the airplane's performance is a little bit of an oversensitive airplane, similar to the 787. But yes. Now, what are my thoughts on the Vuela 777? Personally, it is a very, very detailed exterior for a 777, and it looks really nice. And a lot of airlines use the 777 as well, so that kind of counts as a bonus of using the plane. And the detail on the exterior, engine, and animations look pretty solid as well. And the cockpit looks nice. And that's only just the benefit of the things I can calculate. Because Well, its planes don't the cabin, the interior doesn't look really good. Like, only the interior that looks need a bit of an upgrade, especially the galleys. It doesn't look pretty nice, and feels a little bit odd, especially the front galley. It should need a bit of a better refresh. But overall, would you consider that? And I mean, the back galley does look a lot nicer. Overall, would consider you to get that 777? Maybe. It is a really solid airplane, but for 3,500 Robux, which is really, really on the edge side, it is a seriously competitive product, but in terms of delivering satisfaction, your only option is just get a 787. It is a little bit nicer in terms of cabin details and stuff. So, the 777, it is a solid airliner, but I wouldn't pretty much get it if you wanted a full inboard experience, and it doesn't have a pretty good lavatory. And of course, that is a little bit surprising because the windows out here, they didn't block it up in front. That's cute. This is actually meant for the lavatory, but usually the front cabin here is used for the entire cabin. So yeah, this is a solid airplane, but wouldn't really, only recommend it if you really need a 777. But in terms of that, ZT used to build a 777, but sadly they weren't doing the best in terms of keeping them afloat. So they ended up closing the 777 Progress and leaving this guy as the only mesh 777 competitor out there. If not, you can get other 777s for CSG, which is either MCNI or MTech, or including the most unique one is the is this little guy. The Mesh 777 competition is still out there, so hopefully there might be another 777 that could rival this guy's. But for now, if you really need a 777, just get this one. It is a little pricey at 3,500 Robux, but in terms of that, it's a pretty nice plane. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful time. And of course, if you love this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!